The idea of the Hampshire Fund came from a conversation that I had with Katie Zobel, president of the Community Foundation. She helped me understand the difference that similar funds were making in the counties to the north and the south of us, and it inspired me to start the Hampshire Fund last spring. I know the difference that an endowment makes, and the role a community foundation plays in a community is to build an endowment and then put it to use year after year. What inspired me to create the Hampshire Fund is the needs of the youth in our community. When I was growing up in the public schools, things like music, dance, performing arts, sports were part of our education, and now those are considered unaffordable in the public funding system. So a fund like the Hampshire Fund can be used to supplement what the public schools are able to provide. I hope others who share my concerns about the needs in Hampshire County will be inspired to join me in funding the Hampshire Fund.
My father's legacy really begins when he's 5 years old and moves here. When he moved here to Holyoke, there was only about 10 Spanish-speaking families in Holyoke, which is a lot different than it is today, where 50% of our population is Latino. And he really became concerned about the struggles of the farm workers. My dad was an organizer from the beginning, a door knocker, liked to get into conversations with people. And really, I think what spawned from his work is continued generations of people that are involved in the community today. The legacy of inspiring and empowering people led us to this creation of the Carlos Vega Fund for Social Justice. We came to the Community Foundation of Western Mass to start the fund because of my dad's involvement as a scholarship reader for the Latino Scholarship Fund. He'd also worked with other organizations that worked with the Western Mass Community Foundation. We've helped out organizations that are looking at helping out families, and particularly children, because he always knew that education was the key to getting out of poverty and to creating more social justice in the community. We look to donors that are interested in bettering the community of Holyoke and the surrounding communities. We look to people that want to make a difference, because sometimes it's not always about those big dollar items, but it's about those small gaps in the funding that we can fix and we can settle, and we can have a real impact on the community.
I was originally born in Puerto Rico. I currently live in Holyoke, Mass. I went to Holyoke High School, graduated in 2008. I wasn't thinking of going to college. That wasn't really in my mind. I'm actually first generation to go to college, so it wasn't really there. So my guidance counselor pushed me to fill out the application and go through and then fill out applications for multiple colleges. And the only one I wanted to go to was Elms College, so I just filled out one application. I got accepted. Community Foundation was there for me throughout my 4 years there. I was lucky enough to receive the Pfeffer Scholarship, which was a renewal scholarship, and that was just a great help for me. When I get my graduate degree from Bay Path College, I hope to work at an inpatient psych unit. I would also, in the long run, would like to open my own mental health office where I can see clients privately. Without the support of the Community Foundation, my life would have been totally different than what it is today.
I've been in Springfield for 25 years. I'm actually both a pediatrician and internist, so I'll call that a backdoor family doctor. It's primary care for all ages. In medicine, for the most part, we're sitting here dealing with one-on-one encounters in our professional lives, or one-on-one family encounters. You think you make a difference, you provide advice, you provide education, you answer questions, you try to do problem solving, you try to muster resources for people who need them. And the Community Foundation, we hope, provides an opportunity to spread the impact. We decided to reorient ourselves and put things to work locally. And as we thought through that, we said, we don't know all of the players locally. We need someone who does. I knew that the Community Foundation, from knowing some of the people in some previous discussions, shared some of the values that we have, and it became a very easy fit. I would hope that over 4 or 5 years that the appropriate applications come in, that people know the Community Foundation has monies that support efforts to improve the health and well-being and future of young children. I sincerely thank the Community Foundation for the opportunity to do this, to do something where you can put your resources to work locally will have some staying power beyond our time. We need to keep the resources here and put them to work here, and this is the opportunity. It is a big deal.